Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Judy, and today we're going to cover this base that I made for a junk journal that I made in the last video I made. So it's all dried, looks nice. This actually isn't the same one. This is a different one. Doesn't matter, no. It's the same size. So the question is, what do I use to cover it? You could use paper, you can use fabric, which I have here. And fabric, you can use any kind of fabric. I would use something that's not too sheer because then it will cover, or it will show through. Now, if you don't mind showing through brown, that's fine. That's why I covered this, so that all the pattern on the chipboard doesn't show through. But I'm going to do a fall theme journal. So this is the fabric that I chose. And it's actually an old curtain. Isn't that pretty? And it's nice and heavy duty. So, look at any kind of fabrics that you can find. The Goodwill, I think, is where I found this. Any kind of a thrift store. Any clothes, discarded sheets. There's so many different choices that you don't have to go and buy new fabric or fabric of any kind that would cost you a lot of money. Get something, an old dress that you don't want to fit into anymore. Whatever. So I'm going to cut it down and then we will get to gluing it. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I did take out the seam on this. It takes a little more time. I did iron it because I want it to be as flat as possible and not have wrinkles. Some people don't iron. I like to iron to get it nice and flat. It just makes it easier when smoothing it out. And I probably will cut this seam off. I may use this seam for the binding, or for the closure actually. I will sew it to the edges and then use it to close the journal. So I'm just going to cut around so that I have enough fabric to go all the way around this piece. And it's nice having a plaid like this because you just follow the lines. Oh yes, I do think about those things before I start. All right, I have the whole strip cut out and I'm not going to save this portion. I'm going to cut it off, and I have, these are a wave cut. You can also get like pinking shears. I got a whole set on Amazon relatively inexpensively, and they really cut nice. I don't have an Amazon affiliate link yet. I wish I did, but if you're interested, you want to know where these came from, I can put a link, send you a link. So I'm just going to cut off the edge here. And I'm using these scissors because if I use this for the closure, I want it to be a little nicer looking than a frayed edge. Although I like frayed edges. Tell me, do you like having the threads in your junk journals, if you've made any? Having the threads hanging out. I love the threads. It's like a tactile thing that you touchy-feely. So I'm going to get all this cut out and then we will cover the journal. Okay, I got it all cut out, and I just thought I would make note of what I do to do the cover. It might be easier to see it, in writing. So some of the things that we use, the chipboard, whatever the cover was, and we used paper packaging. And fabric. And then use glue and a cutter, which I use to cut the boards. So I also need scissors. And maybe some with a decorative edge. Oops, DE. Glue, whatever you have. Whatever works for you. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do to start, before we did the cover, I should have mentioned, you should have a signature so you know what size this is going to be. So I already have my signatures made, and that's why I made the cover the size that it is. And if you want to know the size of my covers, let's see, this is a 0 centering ruler. So let's just use my mat here to measure it. So it is 9 3/4. And let's see, this piece is 7 inches. And the spine, like I said, is 1 1/2. So 7, 1 1/2, 7, and then they're 9 1/4, 9 3/4 tall. Okay. And I measured the fabric to be about 1 inch all the way around bigger so that I have enough to fold. Sometimes you don't have that much, depending on what you're cutting your fabric out of. Per se, napkins. I have some decorative napkins that I use, and if I don't take the seams off the edges, they're very tight to fold over, have enough fabric to fold over. So think about that too. All right, so we made our signatures, then we measured the size to create our cover. Then we cut the chipboard to fit the cover, and I usually make the chipboard about 1/4 of an inch all the way around, bigger than my signature. So that's why that is 9 3/4, and this is 9 1/2. Well, it's going to be tight. It should have been 10 inches. So 9 1/2, so it's 1/8 of an inch bigger than my signature. And that's preference. You can make it the exact same size, it's up to you. And then you cover it with paper or fabric. Okay, so that's what we're to now. And I'm going to do the same thing with the corners to fold them up into your little square here or rectangle. And I'm also going to use metal corners, and I'm going to sew. Okay, so it will hold much better with the sewing. If you only have glue, that's fine. Fabric Fix is something I would use if I was only going to glue. This is great glue. It is expensive, but it works. Other people use other things. You know, if you have something that works for you, use that. You know, this is what works for me, so that's what I'm using. Okay, so let me get my brush out again. I'm going to get the glue gobs off of it. Okay. And we're going to glue. And we're going to do the corners first. And I do put down the Elmer's glue, so I don't have to use as much of this expensive glue. That's all that is. Just gives me something that'll hold it, so I don't have to use as much of the Fabri-Tac. It's called different things in different companies, I understand. So right here, it's Fabri-Tac. All right, so we're going to fold over the corners to make it the 90-degree, or a square or rectangle. In other words, you don't want to fold it so it's like this or like this. You want to have it into a parallel to the sides. Okay, so this corner matches this corner, or this side matches this side. And if they're not cut straight like this one, just this one side I know is parallel, so it is what it is. You don't cut it straight. Okay. So that's done. So now I'm going to glue the rest of it around just like I did with the paper. But I'm going to use Fabric Fix and put that on there because it definitely holds better. And if I just use Fabric Fix, I just have to use more of it. That's all. You can see the glue gobbers on my paintbrush. That's okay, it's not going to hurt anything. So now we're just going to fold this over, and I'm going to pull. And I find putting it down here so that it's, I can see the edge, it's directly in front of me, makes it easier for me. Okay. So that side's done. Now I'll go through and do the other side and then the other sides. everything is done, I'm going to put this aside to dry. It'll go under my mat again. So when I come back, I will sew and cover the inside of the cover. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day.